Hello, what is up, friends? Welcome back. So we are 7 episodes into Survivor and we have finally gotten an excellent episode of the show. I'm super ready to talk about it. Let's get started. So this episode starts with the immunity challenge where they bring Erika back into the game. Erika explains to the rest of the group that she was given the choice to either keep the whole game as is or smash that hourglass and essentially reverse the results of the last challenge. And of course, just like me and pretty much everybody else in the Survivor fandom thought, Erika took that hammer, baby, and she smashed the shit out of that hourglass, okay? I know that's right! Of course, I don't blame her at all. Her previous Luvu tribe seemingly turned on her, so screw it, why not? And now we are at the immunity challenge. At first, it looked like Evvie and Sydney had the challenge in the bag, but out of nowhere, Ricard comes and he ends up winning the whole thing and winning the first individual immunity challenge of the season. So yay. Congrats to you, Ricard. So we get back to camp and Evvie's name is the main one being tossed around because Ricard is safe and Evvie is the only one that is the odd one out in that group since everybody else on the team was on Luvu together. Pretty much everybody's down to vote Ev out, even Liana, who was on the Yase tribe with her. I guess Liana was like, look, I got my girl Shan now, I got my little cookout, I don't need y'all no more. Which, as we see, ends up biting Liana in the ass, but we'll get to that later. Right now, it looks like Tiffany and Xander are the only ones that really truly have Evvie's back. See, after the last episode, I said that I would need to have Tiffany's trust in this game. Tiffany was and still is the main person in that whole group that I would need to trust me because she is such a firecracker. You don't know what she's gonna do. So I would need to have her back if I was playing. And as we see, Tiffany ends up spilling the beans about Liana's secret advantage to Xander and Evvie. Damn. Now everybody knows about Liana's advantage and Liana is looking screwed. And we finally get to see some of the gameplay that I've been waiting for. Liana is trying to use her advantage to steal Xander's idol. Xander and Evvie are doing everything in their power to block the idol steal. As a backup option, Deshawn's name's being thrown out there. Sydney's name's being thrown out there. And right now, as a viewer, I have no idea who is going home. The only people that are sitting pretty right now, for whatever reason, is Danny and Naseer. And I don't even know why Naseer's ass is sitting pretty because he has an idol. Hello? Liana, like, what the there's Naseer over there, you ain't working with him, ask him for his shit, like, what the fuck? So we get to the first big tribal of the season and things get super duper tense when Deshawn calls out Evvie for snitching about Xander's idol, which was great. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I don't know if Deshawn and Evvie had beef at all or if Deshawn was just trying to call her out in order to save his own ass. Either way, y'all know I like mess, so I loved it. Xander also makes a seemingly flashy move and pulls out his immunity idol and tells everyone that he's planning to use it on his friend Evvie. Now when I saw this, I was like, okay, Xander is maybe showboating a little bit too much. It's seeming a little sus, but okay, whatever, let's move along. After seeing the idol, Liana pulls out her advantage and reads it aloud to Xander. Now, Liana's advantage states that if she asks anybody if they have an idol or advantage, they have to give it to her, no questions asked. So she asks Xander,
Xander, do you have an idol?
And Xander, with the most smug, coy look on his face, looks at Liana and goes,
no, but you can have this fake one.
I die. Yo, good one on Xander. I have to give him props. Good move to Xander. I love how like petty he was when he said it too. I love pettiness, yay! The idol that Xander was showboating around turned out to be fake, and so Liana ended up getting nothing but embarrassed. In a flashback, we see that Tiffany, Evvie, and Xander all concocted a plan to show off this fake idol to Liana in order to flush her advantage, and it totally worked. Worked like a charm. Right then, Tribal goes live and I love it. I'm loving it. Jeff's loving it. Erika's loving it. Heather's just sitting there.
This is all just...
It's pretty great, but I honest to God have no idea who's going home. Sydney tries to roll her shot in the dark, but it's a bust. The votes are read, and at one point it's tied with 3 votes each for Deshawn, Sydney, and Evvie. I'm like on the edge of my seat shaking. But as we see, Sydney ends up being the one voted out. And Xander, Evvie, and Tiffany all escape scot-free with their idols too. I mean, I gotta give the 3 of them props for flushing Liana and Deshawn's advantages all at one tribal. Also, I have to give the MVP award for this episode for sure 100% to Xander. That was a great play, super cheeky, super smart, even though you definitely could not have done that without Evvie and Tiffany's help. I'm still going to give the points to you because that was a solid move. So what did y'all think of this episode? I thought this was the most dramatic episode by far this season. And who would you guys have rather have seen gone home between Deshawn, Evvie, and Sydney? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like this episode really turned it up a notch, and I cannot wait to see how the rest of the season is going to play out. I will see y'all next week. Peace.